This is Truly's for Simps. Yeah, that's right. It sounds like something my
those
son.
are fighting words.
I know.
Yeah.
That's what my son would say. Truly, I ain't no simp. Truly's for Simps.
Yeah, but just kind of are in this case.
What?
I am simp. It just say
In this case,
embrace it,
Own it.
Yeah.
own it. I am
Can
simp.
you be you, as they say, you do you,
Yeah.
as the kids say. Would you write Alan back and ask what he drinks?
He told
Is he
me.
like a Jack and Coke man?
No, he likes Topo Chico hard seltzer.
And he calling you a simp?
That's right. Well, I've had
Amigo.
I've had Topo Chico with regular without alcohol, and it's good, but it doesn't have the sweetness. I like the sweetness of some.
I think you're both simps because who gets in a fight over this?
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, if he'd come back at you with like, I'm a 7-7 guy,
fair
or
enough.
Jack and Coke, but if he's like Topo Chico,
Yeah, this is the most simp fight ever.
This is a simp fight. This
Kind of
sound-
is.
Sounds like my son the other day.
Your hard seltzer's worse than my hard seltzer.
My son, my wife got some smoothies at. She got like a packet to make smoothies at home from Costco.
Okay.
You just dump the packet in with milk.
Boy, that used to be your thing.
I know.
You were the Costco guy.
I'm not doing it right now.
When's the last time you were in the Big C?
Oh, since school ended, it's been at least a couple months since I've been.
Wow.
I know. Isn't that something?
She took it from you, stole it.
Boy,
She did.
did you? Was it a coup d'état, or was it just sort of a gradual erosion?
I'd say a gradual erosion. She did it one day. She's like, I went to Costco for you. And I was like, oh, thanks. And then
Did you prickle?
I prickled a little. And then, about a week later, she's like, why don't you just go ahead and give me the Costco list and I'll run by there today while you're at work. And I was like, okay. And now
But you're Mr. Control.
I know. I miss going, but, it does take time, of course, to schedule
It
everything.
does.
But she got some. See, and another thing is, I never would have bought those smoothies. That's
That's not on the list.
Yeah, we knew this was going to happen.
I stick to the list when I go to
Yes.
Costco. Well, she bought them, and all you do is mix the packet of frozen fruits and a little frozen kale, which is in the packet, along with milk, and you drink it. So my son made one. We had to go dig the blender out of the cobwebs.
Yeah, that's never
We're gonna make
convenient.
smoothies. Yeah. Oh no.
Did you go up in the attic with those loud rats? Have to get it?
Yeah. And by the way, my heating and air guy, a heating and
We
air
need
guy.
an update on the
Oh,
attic.
yeah.
he-
Well, you want to finish the
No,
blender story?
so he comes out, and he has this smoothie. He makes it with the blender, and he drinks and he goes, why does this not taste like the juice shop, which is a place where, you get really good
the best.
smoothies? And my wife said, because there's not 2 scoops of ice cream in it.
That's right.
I said, because there's not a cup of sugar in it.
Big difference.
And he goes, well, that's what we need.
I don't know if you need it, but
He goes, why don't we get that? Yeah. He
Yeah,
said,
that's one of the bigger step downs.
oh, God.
The home smoothie versus the getting it out of the
Nothing.
store smoothie.
Not even close. Not even close. But I always felt like those smoothies from the juice shop were healthy because I would add lecithin,
yeah, no.
Yes.
which is a
Bee pollen.
calorie counter.
No.
Cut your
Multivitamin boost.
A multi,
That's
oh,
just
yeah.
to make you feel good in your head.
Well, they'd say, do you want strength or do you want calorie cutting? I'd say, give me calorie cutting.
bit of both.
All right.
How can you lose?
Throw a little in there.
With your orange.
Yeah.
Froyo.
Right. Yeah. And they, I don't know what they dump in there. It's like water with some sort of sugar. And I see
It's
'em.
apple juice.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's all sugar.
So good, though. It's delicious.
Of course it's good.
So
Yeah.
good.
I know, you eating your razzmatazz, rassberry razzmatazz.
Oh.
Yeah. I was going to say, you actually thought something called razzmatazz was healthy?
I know, come on.
So good. You know what I like? I like cranberry crush. Cranberry crush I love.
Ooh, that's good.
And
What's the secret ingredient? Sugar.
yeah, always.
Lots and lots of it.
Lots of it. My son gave me another term the other night. He's always dropping these.
Yeah.
I finished second in a race at the gym. And on the line was a $20 gift card to Starbucks, and I finished second to a guy named John, who I always finish second to, by like just this much, just barely, on the rower, on the dry rowboat.
Okay.
Oh.
And my son, we got in the car, he goes, man, you really fumbled the bag there, didn't you?
Fumbled the bag.
Fumbled the bag.
I said, what? And I think it's like a bank robber with a bag of money dropping. He
Like
goes,
you had it, but you just
Yeah.
at the last minute dropped
I
it.
mean, I barely lost. And he goes, man, you really fumbled the bag against John.
That's frustrating.
Yeah, I finished
Was
it.
it just the two of you racing?
No, everybody raced, but the top person got a $20 gift card to Starbucks, and I finished second.
What do you think the women in there think of two middle-aged hardos just going at it at a rowboat over a $20 Starbucks.
Hard to tell.
Yeah.
what they
This
think.
poor lady's just trying to lose some baby weight, and you two are in there. You two are in there. Oh, 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 oh.
Well, he
The
won it.
occasional
champion.
college cheerleader trying to tone up before the
Yeah.
season.
That's right. That's right.
We tailgate a lot.
I sure did. I wanted that Starbucks gift card, and he beat me. And he, on the way out, he gave me a little pat on the back. Said, maybe
You bow
next
your head because you knew you'd been
I
beat.
knew. And he goes, maybe next time. And my son in the car goes, man, you fumbled the bag. So
One
fun.
of these days, John.
So, well, he always beats me. By
The
like,
boy couldn't compete.
he's not. He doesn't know. I mean, he was in it, but he lost. He was like 10th place, you know. But he got on him. Well, his forte is really running. This is rowing.
He's a gazelle.
He's a gazelle. He runs a lot faster than I do.
I'll think of you when I'm sucking down a frappuccino. Okay, all right.
You know what makes it taste better? Your tears.
So frustrating. So frustrating. Biggie just told us an interesting story about a guy. Talking about fumbling the bag. His name is Dennis Schroeder, and he played for the Lakers. And I didn't realize this had happened. Everybody's making fun. Well, they're lamenting him online.
Yeah.
LeBron liked him, and this is Sports Dirt. A lot of, I guess the Lakers liked him. They offered him an $84 million extension.
Just stay a Laker.
And he said no. He felt like he'd get more elsewhere. So they brought in Russell Westbrook. Therefore, they don't need him anymore. So he tested himself on the open market. He signed a one-year deal for $5 million with the Celtics.
Is that a bag?
That's not a bag.
What's the opposite of a bag?
That's
A Schroeder?
Yeah, a Schroeder. He just got a Schroeder.
I was going to
That's
say
what
it might be a Schroeder
they
now.
call it a Schroeder. That's a shrewd
Yeah.
move. And my son, he said they're going to drop a bag on Dennis Schroeder, and then they didn't.
Nobody did.
Nobody did.
Oh.
They tried to drop a bag on him. That's it. When you give somebody a lot of money,
They offered him a bag.
They offered him a bag.
He thought he could get a bigger bag.
He fumbled the bag. That's
fumbled the
that's
bag.
what he did, and he really did.
This is where believing in yourself goes wrong.
That's why I never do.
You know, you always see these things online where it's like,
Right.
take that chance. What do they? Shoot your shot.
No.
Bet on yourself.
Bet on your.
Sure.
Sometimes
Yeah.
you
Here's
got to take what's in front of you.
my strategy for negotiation. Take the first offer. Always.
Always.
Don't think you can get better somewhere else. Take the first offer.
And you know, the thing is, he wanted to be a starter too,
Mm.
and the Celtics are bringing him in just as a backup.
yeah. Oh, could
Well,
not
and
have been
he
worse.
said, he goes, I want at least $9 million, and the Celtics were like, nah,
Could
we'll give
not
you
have
5.
done worse. Could not have done worse.
And that's it.
The other piece of Sports Dirt today, there's a Little League competition going on.
I saw some of it last night.
Yeah.
It's my favorite time of the year. I saw a team from Louisiana playing a team from Texas.
Mm-hmm.
I think Louisiana had a girl pitcher,
Yeah.
and she was pretty good.
Yeah.
And one of the kids from Texas was named Landry,
Mm-hmm.
after Coach Tom.
Yes.
Wow.
And the kid who followed him in the lineup was named Stetson.
Well, that's pretty cool.
You don't get more Texan than that.
Is it Little League World Series or
They're
are they
leading up to it.
leading up to it?
Yeah.
There's a kid from
These are the regionals.
This gentleman is from Oklahoma. Davey reminded me of a young Dave Aiken, and I think you'll know. He was introducing himself. You always introduce yourself and tell a little about yourself, like my favorite major league team is, or something like that. And this is what this young man said. I think he's from Oklahoma.
My name is Devin Ritter. I play outfield and catcher, and I would like to give a shout out to my girlfriend. You know who you are.
I'd like to give a shout out to my girlfriend.
You know who you
There
are.
you are, with a little wink.
You know what that means? There's more than one.
Yeah.
My name is Devin Ritter. I play outfield and catcher, and I would like to give a shout out to my girlfriend. You know who you are.
Don't ever mention your name.
He's 12.
I like this kid.
That's how you do it, Dave.
Hey, darling.
He's going places. This one.
Brilliant.
He's
See,
got
if
big
you
things ahead.
name a name, then someone's feelings
That's
get hurt.
right.
You're
This
absolutely
way.
No one's feelings get
I'll
hurt.
mention you, darling.
Let me update you. I'm still at a loss. I had a guy come out yesterday.
The mystery noise?
The mystery noise. If you missed this now, the last couple of days, over the weekend, my daughter heard, actually, it was Friday morning, my daughter heard a sound in our attic. I wasn't there, and she got the recorder out on the phone, and this is the sound. And she says it's a poltergeist, or she thought it was an intruder living in our attic. Poltergeist.
So nothing's been ruled out.
No, nothing. But a lot of people called when I first played this and said it sounds like you've got an air conditioning condenser, like a pipe going bad. It's about to burst, and it's banging against the walls. So you need to get a heating and air guy up to check it. So I had the heating and air guy yesterday. Said everything checked out perfectly. Now there is a unit in the attic, but it said it checked it perfectly. And when we moved in, which was less than a year ago, we had it checked, and everything was fine.
What do you think's next?
Well,
The short lady to pray it away? Or
yeah, well, that's what my daughter wants, a cleansing. She wants a whole home cleansing.
what about, have you ruled out bats?
I've not ruled out
I don't
bats.
think they would make that much
That
noise.
doesn't sound like the
Fat
noise.
bats.
Yeah.
You know what he said?
Don't judge. That's a size word.
I don't care.
That is a size word if I've ever fat bats.
Hey, they're in your attic.
Fat bats. Do I have fat bats in the attic? Is that
Sounds like the name of a middle-aged softball team.
the fat bats?
Or the worst superhero origin ever. Oh, I got to fight crime, but man.
I've eaten
I'm
so
so
many. I've
tired.
eaten so many bugs. I can't even.
Mosquitoes, I can't fly today.
I've been sucking blood out of so many necks last night.
This family's downstairs doesn't even know.
You know, Biggie said earlier, Dave, that when somebody calls, like this morning when we were so divided over COVID, somebody called Biggie and told him off air and called him a fat F word, and Biggie said, but he was fat too. I could tell from the breathing.
Yeah.
Biggie has that power.
That's right.
That's
It's
my
a
big.
size-
Yeah, he
it's a
can
size
call him
word.
out.
I've been doing this job for a long time. I can tell.
The air conditioning guy said that he thinks that it might have been at somebody else's house and we could hear it because the noise conducts so well up there. But that's
I
really
don't know
loud.
about that.
It's
It's a little-
really loud.
Have you had a plumber?
That's what I was thinking.
A plumber might be next. I think. a
Because
plumber-
didn't you say that sometimes when the washer
Yeah, recreate it.
or the dishwasher are going at
Yeah.
the same time?
She was running the dishwasher and the washing machine at the same time. Now, I'll tell you this. The attic and the wash machine are on opposite ends of the house. So, I mean, somebody said maybe it's your washing machine. Whatever. They are totally separated. So I don't know about piping. I don't know how that works. But, I mean, I guess that could be what was happening.
And look for the air escape for your toilets and stuff. Where is
Yeah.
that on your roof?
I don't know. Maybe that's a
Dave.
good question. I don't.
How far back across into the neighbor's yard do you have to look to see the top of your house?
That's going to be a while. That's going to be a ways.
What turret can you stand on top of
I can't get into that.
to see the rest of the roof?
Parker, you're talking about what this could be. Go ahead.
Hey, what's up, guys? P1 from Myrtle Beach right here. Yeah, Chris, Kelly, my parents had a problem with that same kind of sound going on a while back. I mean, this has been a couple of years ago, but they live right by, like, a little wooded area, and they had squirrels, like a family of squirrels living in the attic. Wow. And what they would do is they would run around and chase each other.
Yeah.
And it would almost sound like that sometimes.
Really, that loud? I mean, I thought of that.
Could be a vermin infestation.
It really could. That's a possibility. But I went up there and looked around, didn't see anything. Didn't see any droppings, didn't see any movement.
Well, like mouse poo is tiny.
Tiny, I know. I looked
But
around.
they wouldn't make that much noise.
But that's what I was thinking. Is the noise was so loud? It's weird that. But I mean, I guess I'll have the Critter Cop out next. Maybe I'll have him out. Thank you.
To.
Thanks, Parker, for listening to Myrtle Beach. We really appreciate it.
I would try to recreate it first.
Do a load of laundry and wash it,
And then you go up there.
and go up
do
there.
it during the day. Before noon.
Do you think?
Yeah, before it gets too hot.
Yeah.
Okay, so do it on a Saturday morning at about 8, the same time.
Daylight.
Washing machine and dishwasher, and go up there. And do you
Take
think?
a flashlight
Yeah.
and a Bible.
And a cross.
Yeah. Do you think fat bats will swarm it?
These fat bats. We're not up yet.
I'll tell you, it'll be great because the thud they hear will be you passing out from the heat.
Yeah, that's it. Do that again.
That's it.
Please have your daughter record this too.
That's what we have. That's the sound that it was making.
You're going to climb up the steps. The fat bat's going to be like, what's that noise?
Yeah. Anthony, what do you think it is?
We had the same situation about 20 years ago, and our family's a lot like yours, except we have one more daughter. And what it was is happening during the day while at work, and it was the boy upstairs messing with his sister.